Made this celebration, Obi's presidency would have afforded Nigerians opportunity of ending workers' strike, Labour Party says. That is true, because Peter Obi would have been people-oriented, labor-oriented, human welfare, workers' welfare-oriented. And all the issues that we have that are causing workers' strike is all about salaries, it's all about condition of service, it's all about, making infrastructural system work in Nigeria. It's all about providing security for workers. It's all about making Nigeria a befitting country for everyone. And that is exactly the model Obi has. But unfortunately, the current crop of leaders that we have are looking elsewhere. They are rather interested in what they can steal and take into their pocket rather than making Nigeria a livable country. That is it. So everybody's already getting angry and missing Peter Obi because of what happened, how the election was rigged and it was rigged out. Okay, Peter Obi is still the person that people want. People are still praying that even the case at the tribunal should be in favor of Peter Obi so that we can have a better country. Unfortunately, the crocodiles and the hyenas that we have as leaders in this country today are already working to scuttle everything. In the same way they work to scuttle the elections, they're already working to scuttle the tribunal. Let's see how that can take them. Okay. Labour Party has said that the incessant workers' strike in Nigeria may not end until when a government enthroned by workers that will prioritize citizens' welfare is enthroned. The party said Nigeria under Peter Obi presidency would have afforded Nigerians opportunity of a welfare government that will afford the workers the privilege to sit on the table with their employers and negotiate wage, working conditions, and workers' welfare. The acting National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party, Obi'S, in a statement by the party to felicitate Nigerian workers on the May Day celebration, however, assured the workers that Labour Party will not rest on its oars until it recovers its stolen mandate and reposition the country for greatness and effective service delivery. The statement reads, the Labour Party leadership want to use this May Day occasion to felicitate with Nigerian workers for holding on till today. We also want to use this opportunity to appreciate all the workers and all the progressive elements in the country for supporting our presidential candidate, His Excellency Peter Obi, and the Labour Party to win the presidential election, even though the mandate was stolen. We want to appreciate the workers profusely for this massive support. All these feats would not have been possible were it not because of the support of Nigerian workers and the Nigerian people. Exactly. We are using the opportunity of the May Day to assure the workers that we will continue to struggle until we recover our stolen mandate. Macbeth said, if your mother sleep, you will sleep no more. Those who have stolen our mandate will not sleep until we recover our mandate. We have implicit confidence in the court that it will do the right thing. That is why we have chosen to be law-abiding in spite of the pressure from the people who want to be on the street. We have decided to exercise restraint and follow the path of the law. We sincerely believe the court will give us justice at the end of the day. We are also not discouraged by the black legs that we are seeing in the party. It is expected because we didn't expect as a party have gotten to this level that it would not be without a fight. Because even among the 12 disciples, people who stayed with Jesus Christ, we still had a Judas. So we try not to be discouraged. We refuse to be distracted. We remain focused on our mandate, and we will continue to fight and defend Nigerian workers and defend Nigerian people. Today, as we speak, the minimum wage for workers cannot take workers home. 30,000 naira minimum wage is an insult to the workers. It can't take workers home. A bag of rice as we speak today is 40,000 naira, and minimum wage is 30,000 naira. Can you imagine? That is how bad it is, right? That is how bad it is. The founding fathers of the country had contemplated the country to be a welfare state. That is why the provision of Chapter 2 of the Constitution was emphatic that the security and welfare of the citizens shall be the principal purpose of government. It went further to say that the national economy should be managed in a way that gives maximum welfare to the citizens of Nigeria. What it connotes is that the country is planned to be a welfare state. Today, the people have no welfare, no means of livelihood, no employment. The people are hungry. Poverty is ravaging the mind, and out of a country of 230 million people, over 130 million people are either poor or in abject poverty. No doubt, this suffering by the people is leadership inflicted, as we have continued to emphasize. We have all the natural and human resources to be a great country, but the serial leadership failure over the years is the reason why we are where we are today. This 2003 general election would have been the turning point in the history of Nigerian workers, but for the forces of darkness that have severally put in abeyance that dreams of Nigerians and the people, Nigerians are still being frustrated. So we assure the workers that all hope is not lost. We will continue to struggle knowing that there is always light at the end of the tunnel. We believe very strongly that very shortly there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. Wow. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel. We have had enough of protest and strikes in Nigeria. Workers must work hard and fight for a Labour government, because it is only when we have a Labour Party government that workers will have a sigh of relief from their suffering, poor wage, poor working condition, and from the situation they found themselves currently. Therefore, all workers must be united with the Labour Party to struggle for this mandate that has been stolen from us, and to ensure the sustenance of concentrated engagement until a Labour government is engaged. We have been protesting over the years since the struggle for independence. Nigerian workers have been protesting on the street, fought for independence, thinking that it will bring welfare to the workers. But after the independence, nothing changed with the workers. During the military, Nigerian workers were on the street struggling for democratic government, believing that with democracy, welfare governance will be attained. But the situation is even worse. What Nigerians need presently is a Labour government that will work for the workers, the poor, the downtrodden, and for the vast majority of the people. It is only then that the workers can have a sigh of relief. That is the situation in countries like Brazil, Australia, amongst others, that have been able to enthrone workers' government. In these countries, workers are no longer protesting on the street because they sit on the table with their employers and negotiate wage, working condition, and workers' welfare. In fact, in those countries, it is taken for granted that the welfare of the citizen is paramount. So, not until we get there, Nigerian workers cannot say it is Uhuru. And that is it. That is exactly the way it is. So that is Labour Party's address to Nigerians and to Nigerian workers on the May Day celebration, saying that until we get a Labour government, of course, it is not Uhuru. Nobody will say we are good. From independence to today, government have been changing, but they've never been labor-oriented. They've never been workers' welfare-oriented, even though the Chapter 2 of Nigerian Constitution is emphatic about welfare of the people of the country. That has been denied. Okay, the leaders of the country today have denied Nigerians of that welfare treatment. Quite unfortunate, and that is the essence of the Labour Party, to make sure that that Section 2 or that Chapter 2 of the Nigerian Constitution is brought back to life, and to make sure that workers' strike ends and have a country where employee and employers can have meaningful negotiation and then have a meaningful outcome that will ensuring peace in the political sector of the country. So if not for rigging of election, Peter Obi's presidency actually would have afforded Nigerians an opportunity to end workers' strike and enthrone workers' welfare that is expected in the country. That is Labour Party's statement on the May Day celebration addressing workers.